What's up, guys? It's Missy, and we are back with another SimCity Build It video. And today I'm going to talk about population, its benefits. Maybe I don't know how if you want to increase your population or not, but I'll tell you the pros, the cons, how to get the most out of your buildings, and um, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment below if there's something you want me to do a video on, or if you have a question. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, when you first build your city, you're going to want to decide what it is that you want from your city. Do you want a cool looking city, or do you want a high populated city, or do you want a little bit of both? If you've chosen just strictly high population, you don't care about looks, you're going to want to look up grid maps that people have put together on Google. And basically the gist of that is you're going to have, let's say this was a row of houses here and this is a row of houses here. Then you're going to have these two rows, let's say these two rows were cleared, obviously, and you're going to want to put them, the specialization buildings in between there, and then do another 2 rows of houses. That way you are in the center with your population boost buildings, and it's hitting all the homes. So another thing, and I'm sure most of you know this, you're going to want an evenly distributed specialization area. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you have transportation category, and you've put in, like 4 heliports, and they're hitting all the houses, and you're getting a decent pop boost in your transportation category. But now you want to put in that same area for those same homes, you're going to want to put in gambling category and then entertainment category. So you want to keep that in mind, how you're going to evenly distribute each category within the same amount of homes. And that's why you should look up grid maps to see the best way to fit those together. And this is where it's going to get a little more involved. And what you're going to do is you're going to decide what homes you want to boost first. Okay. Now, basically, and I'm an advocate for reading the menu. I've said it in many of my videos that if people would just read what's in front of them, they would have better understanding of what's going on in the game. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, when you click to go build a home, most of you just build it. You don't even look at the menu. Now here it says service demand is low and the max population is 1836. Then 219 and a medium service demand. Over here at the Omega, it's 2550 and it's got a high service demand. What this means is at its full upgrade, that is what it will give you. That is the maximum that you can receive from that house. But the service demand, meaning power, water, sewer, and waste management, are going to be higher for that. Now, here is the thing. When you choose to boost your population, you're obviously going to want to pick one with a higher population, right? Right. Okay. Well, the tricky thing here is epic buildings, which you can only convert regular residential homes. So that would be your first one here. After that's been fully upgraded, the game will offer you an epic project and you'll be able to complete an epic project on that house. Once you do that, it will have a very high population and a very low service demand. So it's actually beneficial to, if you're doing a high populated city, to do it with epics. And it doesn't matter the tier that you hit in the epic. All that matters is that it's an epic. Okay. I would recommend always going for gold. I have a video on that. It's super easy. I can hit gold in under 5 minutes if I'm properly prepared, and always within the hour. Again, go check that video out if you haven't already. It's a very good video. It has lots of information for you guys if you're struggling with gold epics, because that's going to play a huge part in your population. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the benefit of that. Okay. So now you've taken into account that, okay, maybe you're not using Tokyo, for example, to boost your population. You're using epics. Well, now you're also getting a speed token piece. So right there, that building in a sense is paying you. So you're earning money basically through that building, and then you get the little bit of chump change the game gives you through taxes. If you are going for high population to be rich, don't. It won't happen. You'll be broke, okay? I have 6 million population here, and I get a total of 26,000. That is nothing, okay? Don't go for a high populated city if you're doing it for money, because you will be broke constantly. And you're also going to have to increase your water and your sewer early, because you're not going to be converting these epics right away. The demand is going to be super high. I always recommend doing the Omega specialization, Jesus, I can't even talk. These things over here, the water, the power, do it in Omega. They go for the regular residential homes. It's not just water for the Omega. It provides water for the whole city. Okay. I have a video on that as well, and it will explain how these go up in price, how you exceed the bankroll on your Omega. That way you can afford them. And you don't actually have to unlock your bank. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep unlocking it to be able to hold enough to buy it. You can actually exceed it. It's kind of a spendy way to go about it in a sense, but it does work. Now, the other thing is, when you're boosting your population, you want to take into account space between the buildings. Okay, you want to jam as much in one little area as you can. So one of the things that you guys need to watch for is, let's say we've unlocked transportation category. And this one here is 4 squares. This one here is 4 squares. Okay, that the size of the building is what I'm referring to. Now, this one gives me a 40% boost. This one gives me a 50% boost. That one gives me 3 epic pointers and is worth 20 keys, or that's how much it costs to buy it. And then the other one costs 14 keys and only has 2 epic pointers. I'm going to go with the heliport. But let's say the heliport is larger. Let's say it's as big as, like, this thing here, the Eiffel Tower. I'm probably not going to want to go for that, even though it gives me 10% more pop boost, because look at the space that it's taking up on my map. So you're going to want to take that into account when purchasing specialization buildings. You can always put them in storage. And the other thing is, keep track of the numbers prior to laying the buildings down. So look at your population prior to moving things around. And then again, if you read your menu and you go to, let's say, education, okay? Right here at the very top, it tells me the amount of population between all my education buildings, how much population I have boosted from education alone. Meaning if I put all my education buildings in storage, I'm going to lose 170,425 population. I set my city up for appearance. I think that it is the sole purpose of the game is to have a cool looking city. And I take a lot of pride in my city. I've spent a lot of time on my city. Now, yeah, I could just bulldoze or put all my stuff in storage and get rid of all my water and my trees and have a grid looking city and have some big number to say, oh, I got 10 million people. Whoop-de-doo. It's not paying me anything. It doesn't look cool. It's boring. And I think it's ridiculous. But if that's something that you want to do, and that's just what you enjoy in the game, that's going to be the best way to go about it, is to convert those homes into epic homes and evenly spread out your specialization. If you have done Contest of Mayors and you've earned a lot of platinum keys, one of the great ways to boost population early on, because if you've watched my hitting the first in Mega on Contest of Mayors and you're low level, you should have no problem getting platinum keys. And you'll go here to your parks, and I think it's at the end, right here. This thing costs 250 platinum keys, and it's 100% population boost. So if you got platinum keys, go for it. That would probably be a very good thing to boost your stuff. It's also only 4 squares. Now, I don't recommend boosting population with landscape items. They are very low. Trees and things will, you know, give you like 8% boost. So yeah, if you're going for appearance, they're great. You can tell I love trees in my city. Brighten up my phone here and show you guys when I first started, and I'll show you the drastic decrease in demand here. Before, when I first started, I had a lot of Omega homes. I hadn't converted all my homes into Epic homes yet. Now, when I first started buying these Omega resources, my demand was around 500. Now that I've converted all my Epic homes over, my demand is only 144. Unfortunately, I can't store these and put them onto my other maps. And back then, I didn't know the decrease was so, drastic. So now I'm kind of stuck with them because I can't put them onto my regionals, which really sucks because when you go over to your regionals, it costs the same amount for the next one and it goes up 10,000 each time. So keep that in mind when buying Omega resources. And that information is in my Omega video as well. You're only able to collect 35 tokens from your Epic buildings. Now, you can have more than 35 tokens, but you can't collect more than 35 tokens. So what that means is right now I have, I'm 3/4 of the way to my 35th token on my silver. So if I were to go and click on top of one of my silver buildings, I would be able to collect it until I hit 35. Then I can no longer collect what's on top of my buildings. But if the game gives me a gift, like a gold chest or something from Calm, I can go ahead and collect it and it will let me exceed the 35. But I have to go back down below 35 before I can collect any more. So keep that in mind as well, that the longer those tokens sit on top of your buildings, you're basically it's just like having a token running in your shop. It's not being used and it's going to waste. So you want to use up your tokens, save some for Calm, obviously. I'm glad that SimCity did increase it to 35. It used to only be 5, which was ridiculous. Personally, I think you should be able to collect as many tokens as you want, but whatever. I don't know why they do that. So, with that being said, I mean, I think that pretty much sums up population and what to kind of go for and look for. If I left anything out or you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I will get back to you. If you have a question on maybe a different topic and you want me to do a video on that, go ahead and comment below. I will be more than happy to do a video on any topic that you guys have. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and like, subscribe, and give me some feedback. And I will get back to you guys on my next video.